Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover from Conway, who previously spoke about the comments he made about Eminem fans in an interview that he regrets, and he added more on this recently. We also have more that shows conflicting reports linked to Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg classic projects that got weirder a few hours ago, and we also have a ludicrous anti-Eminem agenda that failed spectacularly on Twitter from a hip-hop outlet that sparked hilarious reactions. And I have some facts to add to this later that makes it even more interesting, which we'll get to in a bit. So first of all, we had conflicting reports since Snoop Dogg secured ownership of Death Row Records. From a title interview in the first week of March with Snoop Dogg, the following was stated by Snoop: "To be in control of the brand means that I got all of the pieces that I need to do what I gotta do, from the masters to the publishing, to the IP, to the label, to the logo, to everything. It's all mine. I'm able to move it around and do what I need to do with it." And Snoop also added, "As far as Tupac's masters came back to him last year, but I got a great relationship with his estate, and I'm pretty sure we are gonna be able to work something out to continue some Death Row Tupac business now that Snoop Dogg is in control of Death Row. Same with Dr. Dre and The Chronic. I got The Chronic album." So Snoop pretty much stated that he owns Dre's classic album, and shortly after this, a report from Rolling Stone revealed Dr. Dre still owns The Chronic, despite false reports of Death Row ownership, and Dre's lawyer stated, "There are false reports out regarding ownership by Death Row of Dr. Dre's The Chronic. Dr. Dre owns 100% of The Chronic." Now something new has happened that's got fans worried, as just a few hours ago, The Chronic, Doggy Style and The Dogfather were pulled from streaming services. And to make matters worse, Snoop previously stated this on Clubhouse: "Death Row will be an NFT label. We will be putting out artists through the metaverse." And now this has sparked confusion, since Dre's lawyer claims Dre owns The Chronic, but it's been pulled from streaming services the same time all the Death Row records were pulled. We'll have to wait to see how this goes, but for now, fans are stuck in limbo. Moving on to the next topic at hand, Conway recently added more to the story we covered back in January when he expressed regret in a freestyle about how his comments on Eminem fans, who he referred to as a bunch of nerds who don't understand Griselda, how that interview affected his relationship with Eminem, and in a more recent interview he specifically added how he didn't like that his comments were associated with the likes of El Jamar, who don't respect Eminem.
I seen like the headlines, the way it was like kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like Eminem's artist Conway said agrees with Lord Jamar that he's not, you know, whatever was said. And I don't know, I just felt like I shouldn't have said that, because I definitely didn't mean it in no heinous way. I just was trying to, you know, paint a picture and of like how it was for me receiving Eminem's product. Like when he came out, bro, I thought it was the illest in the world, like the rest of the world thinks now. And I just wish I never said that shit on the camera. Like I wasn't trying to shit on him or nothing. I think he one of the best, if not the best.
This made its way to platforms like Reddit, and some people are getting their views shattered right now based on some reactions they saw on this platform. The user expands. "People talk ish about M fans all the time, but some comments under that video are freaking vile, laughing my bum off. In quote, Conway's a coward. This fool can't stand by his own words. He has that much fear of the white man. May his words mean nothing and his lips stay twisted. Nobody lamer than a street rapper apologizing to a white man about his current thoughts. Conway has no integrity. That's why he worships Slim Shady." The media for years peddled the narrative that it is Eminem's fanbase that is filled with shadists. But if you've been following this channel for a while, then you know there are some real bad eggs across the spectrum. Those that simply hate on Eminem for his appearance. In fact, I remember before the Super Bowl, some host on Joe Budden TV who got their show terminated shortly after, who was flat out hating on Eminem for being included in the lineup based on his appearance. And this was another time when Royce caught some flack for saying black people can't be shadiest when he reacted to that. But back on topic, respect to Conway, not many rappers can admit fault these days. And moving on, an anti-Eminem agenda went wrong a few hours ago when a hip-hop outlet shared this. Cities with the most Eminem monthly Spotify listeners: London, Mexico City, LA, Chicago, Sydney. This is interesting. No Detroit, New York? And this backfired spectacularly because first of all, the number of Eminem Spotify listeners from Sydney is actually more than the population of Detroit. The subtle agenda to set up Eminem hate and disrespect didn't just fail factually, but also based on most reactions this time around. Check it out. I'm sure you have better ways to hate on him. This stupidity surely didn't work. For those who are not up to speed, the purpose of this tweet was to reinforce the anecdote that people in Detroit or people in the hood in New York don't listen to Eminem, and a few gullible people still fell for it as usual. Detroit doesn't listen to freaking Eminem, laughing my bum off. They listen to actual Detroit rap. Eminem never got on a Detroit beat once. To which a user reacts, I only know one hip-hop artist who has sold out a stadium date in Detroit, Eminem. On this, another user adds, the anti-Eminem agenda has reached a brand new low. It makes me irrationally angry the way you people try to set him up. Just stop talking about Eminem for clout, laughing emoji. But it gets even more interesting. When you take a look at New York legends like Jay-Z and their top 5 cities, London, LA, Chicago, Sydney, Dallas. So you mean no New York for Jay-Z? Interesting. But Lil TJ got New York City in his top 5. Interesting, I must add. No New York City in the top 5 for 50 Cent, Jay-Z or Wayne. But hey, let's make it an issue for Eminem and include Detroit that doesn't even have the population. That will be all for now. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.